The All-Ireland final free to win it was somewhere around here?
Yeah, I'd say
Roughly?
just about here, yeah, about 5 or 6 yards in from the 45, and then about 10, 15 yards in from the touchline. So, yeah, just about here. Obviously, this pitch is a lot different to Croke Park and the surroundings around it, but yeah, certainly from this area of the pitch is where the free is taken from.
Right,
Yeah.
you're going to kick a few for us, but you know, you've a final coming up on Monday. It's a cold night. We'll move in a bit closer.
Yeah,
get you
of
warmed
course,
up a little
yeah,
bit closer in,
yeah.
maybe.
This is the first one of the night now, so.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
It's all right.
Happy with that?
Just to start with, yeah, it's okay.
Tell us a
yeah.
little bit as you're doing it, just the style you have. How much of that is a mental thing? How much is it to get maybe a physical rhythm of how you might kick an open play?
Yeah, well, look, I suppose I have a routine that I use for all my free kicks. Obviously, it's a little bit different when you're kicking out of the hands compared to off the ground, but predominantly I'd kick most of the frees within 30 yards out of my hands, and then anything slightly further out, I'd kick off the deck. So it's something that I've just done from a younger age. I'd be very comfortable just kicking the ball over the bar out of my hands from 30 yards, and then anything that needs to be kind of forced a little bit more, just stick it on the deck and strike through it. Because predominantly in the inter-county game, most defenders and most teams don't really concede too many frees inside the scoring zone as such. They force you to kick your frees from distance. That's why I'd probably kick most of my frees off the ground, because they're further out, you know.
Oh, yes. I think the eye's in again tonight.
It's all right, 2 from 2, we'll leave it now.
Yeah. What's the last thing actually you think of? Is it the point of contact? Is it making clean contact?
For me, it's just a point on the ball. I'd obviously pinpoint an area of the ball I want to hit, so it's probably just narrow my focus on that. And once you're focused on that, you're not focused on anything else that's going on around you. So for me, it's just constantly focusing on that point, and then just committing through the kick. And once you get a good commitment on it, good, as I say, purchase on the kick, the rest of it looks after itself, because your line and stuff is obviously good too. So.
I want to ask you about your dad, if that's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone remembers, how good a player he was, and he had his own way of kicking frees, which had to be off the ground, of course. He'd no option back in the day.
No choice.
Did you practice frees as you were going up? Is that something he went through with you?
Yeah, well, obviously I would have been aware that he would have kicked frees for all the teams he would have been involved in, whether it was Ballymun, Dublin, or Garristown. So, from an early age, obviously I wanted to emulate him. I was the only boy in the house. I had 4 sisters, so obviously I went everywhere with him. So whether he was managing a team in Kildare or Louth or Dublin, I would have went to every training session with him from the age of 6 or 7. So any spare time when he was doing drills with other teams, obviously I'd spend my time kicking ball, and most of the times kicking frees. And it's just something that I inherited from a young age. And for every team I played with in Ballymun, I always wanted to take the frees, and I was probably the first person over to grab the ball and take and kick them, and that's just the way I was as a youngster, and I'm sure that all helped me to be a good free taker.
Is the style pretty similar?
It probably is, yeah. When you look back on different videos, you see different photos. Probably the initial, just before we strike the ball, where we are quite similar in terms of how we struck it, and that's probably for me, just watching him for so long as a kid. He was obviously someone I would have wanted to obviously emulate, so it probably just came from just watching him so often that our technique probably is quite similar. But I kind of draw the ball in a little bit more, whereas he kind of drove through it with kind of a straight foot kick. So we're quite different in little areas, kind of, but certainly in terms of our run up and different and stuff like that, it's pretty similar to what he did. Yeah.
Even though you're still young, you've been around a while, so now you're one of the senior members in a dressing room that looks like it's got a few characters. What are the lads like?
The lads are great. Yeah, it's great. It's great coming back to the club. To be honest, we're in a very lucky position. Obviously, coming back from a professional setup in Dublin, to come back to an equally professional setup in Ballymun, and but the lads are always very welcome, and there's always a great bit of crack now amongst the Ballymun lads. You'd want to be a fly in the wall for a few of them team talks or the training sessions tonight. Yeah, Jesus. I don't think, no, it's not good for you. No, it'd have to be shown at past 12 o'clock. But yeah, the Ballymun lads now, they know how to have the laughs, and you wouldn't want to have too much of an ego about yourself, because you'd be put back in your arse really quickly, you know. All
right, this is what I'm waiting for. The weather conditions are getting worse. I'm moving them onto the wrong side for right foot. I'm going to try and get you to miss one, but we'll head over this way. I'm not quite sure he's going to miss one the way he's been starting anyway. There's another one for you.
That's all right, okay. Last one now.
He's done it again.
It's alright,
Yeah, there's nothing to distract you, is there?
Very little.
I was only bringing you over here because I'm a left footer, and see, this is
Oh,
alright.
is it? You having a go, are you?
I'll give it one go. I'm a
Right.
bit embarrassed now to do it because after what you've done here.
Fair enough.
Any tips?
You just have to. I told you earlier on.
Yeah, I should have listened a bit more, I think.
It's all to do with your shoulder position now, you know?
To do it what?
Your shoulder position.
Oh, Jesus, I missed that bit. Is it this way, is it?
Look, you just kick it the
Can
way
I
you
have
want to
one
kick
warm-up?
it.
Can I have one warm-up one? We won't count the first
You
one.
cutting the camera?
Yeah, I think we should do. All right. I didn't come in.
The practice one first. The positive there, you're missing on the good side.
What does that mean?
At least you missed on the pro side. So I mean, if you're
My
missing,
big full forward is a chance of getting on the end of it, isn't
yeah,
it?
exactly. At least you're giving it a chance. Whereas
Yeah.
if you drag it
Okay.
near post, you're not
We have
giving
one
it any
last go.
chance.
One last go.
Right, okay. You can bring it in now. There's no shame in that.
Bring it in. Oh, bring it in. I should have set my standards a lot lower than starting with yourself, I think, you know? All right.
That's all right.
Oh, I'm gutted about that now.
0 from 3.
Devastating. 0 from 3. I'll have to pack that in. All right.
All right.
If you finish with this one, actually, I wanted to ask. Say it's the last minute now on Monday,
Yeah.
and you have a free kick to win the county title against Vincent's, but you can't take it for whatever reason.
Okay.
Who do you want on it?
Who do I want on it? Oh, God. I'll turn off the lights, will I? Who would I want on it? I suppose Paddy Small would be very, very accomplished free taker as well. So certainly, if I wasn't able to kick the free, I'd be encouraging him to take it.
All right, come on, we head this way.
All right.
Just want to ask you something here, actually. Who do you not want on it?
Davy Byrne or something.
Davy Byrne?
Like that. Yeah.
You sure?
Or James.
You want James hitting it either?
Philly McMahon,
Philly. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt him now. Will that be it? He'll have to put another chapter in the book now.
Yeah. Oh, exactly, yeah. There'll be a second book now because of this, yeah.
His career as a free taker will start after this. You know
He
that,
might
won't
actually,
you?
yeah.
Listen, it's been a brilliant year.
Yeah,
and it could
cheers.
be about to get even better.
Yeah, hopefully.
Thanks a million, Dean. Really appreciate it.
Thanks
Enjoy
a lot,
Monday.
Take care.
All right, cheers.